Hello, guys and girls. We have another good discussion. Y'all more than welcome to say how you feel in chat, but we would talk about it towards the end of the show. Somebody want to come up, somebody want to say something. The floor will be open. So let's see what information we can get, what we agree with, and what we don't agree with. Okay, let's get this party started. This is another forecast with Mr. Kevin Samuels. We're gonna watch the show, and if you have any questions, leave your comments down below. Now, let's start the show.
I think that one's controversial because some guys aren't looking for, certain things out of women. Some guys have certain standards or little things that they want, so then they're not expecting more.
How many thousands of men have you asked that question?
Sorry?
How many thousands of men have you asked that question?
Have I asked, are you looking for an average woman?
You just said that's somewhat controversial because certain men are looking for certain and I said, how many thousands of men have you verified that with?
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not saying I know specifically for sure.
Well, how can you say what you just said?
Well, how can you say that
because
average
I've talked
women...
to thousands, because I've talked to tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of men.
Okay, fair. Fine. Well,
So how do I know? So if you make average grades in college, would you deserve to get into an Ivy League college?
I think Ivy League colleges are looking for Ivy League students.
If you made average grades in high school, graduated with a 2.0, you just graduated in the middle. Would you deserve to go to an Ivy League college?
No, definitely not. But that's because Ivy League schools are looking for prestige students versus everyone's opinion is different when it comes to men, average, above average.
No, it's not.
You don't think
Hey,
so?
so cry.
I mean, I think you're talking about like the majority, and I would agree with you. Like, for sure.
No. See, you ladies understand average when it comes to things that are outside of you. And honestly, it's the modern woman extremely arrogant. Y'all think you're special. And you're not. The average woman is average. The average woman is a C student going to junior college or maybe state school, taking out student loans. But she still has Princeton level desires. You would call that woman crazy. But in the dating world, you say it's okay, and you come up with ways to where it makes sense.
Well, I don't think I'm the average woman, but I do agree with you.
You don't think you're the average woman?
No, because I don't have an average mind. Me, I'm 5'1".
Dress size?
What'd you say?
Dress size?
Dress size? Small. 4.
How much you weighed last time you weighed yourself?
120 pounds.
5'1"?
5'1".
Any children?
No children.
On a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank your face? Just your face. Fresh face out of the shower.
A 10.
9.
That's right, girl.
9?
You damn right.
9 for sure.
So you're up there with Kelly Rowland.
What?
Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland's
Halle Berry.
pretty.
Okay, so I would put you next to. I would put you next to Kelly Rowland, Halle Berry, and you. And men would pick, and they would say all these things match.
I don't know. Maybe okay. I'll go down to an 8 for your.
Next, no. I asked you where you are. So
well, I gave myself a 9, and that's
Hold on. See, you say you're a 9, and I'm just gonna go with it. Then who's a 10?
Go with Beyonce is a 10.
Beyonce's an 8.
What? Okay, yeah, this is where you lost me.
I agree, so cry.
See, they can't handle the truth. They cannot handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. See, they can't handle the truth. And let me do this real quick because that's not how we end that. That's not how we end that. So, why is it so important? Why is it so important for women to live in a deluded world? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll give you a few seconds to pop back up on here. You don't just drop off without even saying goodbye. You don't want to do that. See, I want you guys to look at how quick, when reality, just a question, gentlemen. Just a question. Oh, there she is. Just a yeah, I want you to see how when just a question, just a simple question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in 9. Oh, y'all want to ask? Hold on. She was a 6 on her best day. 5, 6. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. How old are you?
21.
What do you got for me?
I actually was the one who said it's based on your delivery. I think she went off my comment, and I would think that it's just based on delivery, just how you say it.
How do you say you're fat?
You're oversized. You're obese. You're a little.
You're fat. Obese is better. You think what?
Well, I think that you can say you're a little on the unhealthy side. Your size isn't ideal and it's unhealthy. So
I just want okay. Hold on. No. That's a statement of fact. Fact. Why? Okay. My question is, why is it women don't have a problem telling the man he's broke? Why?
Yes and no, so cry. Yes and no.
Men don't have a problem telling women they're unattractive.
Okay. You just answered the question with a question. That's not how we do this. I said women don't have a problem telling men they're broke. Why?
I mean, I would think it would. I would think it's to better that man.
Okay, so when a woman tells a man the truth about a negative perception, it's for him to better himself.
But it's about her delivery, though.
Excuse me, no, man, no. I just said broke. I didn't say you're financially unattractive. You can earn a little money. I said broke.
Well, that's rude to say it like that.
Is there a dollar amount a man earns less than that makes him broke?
Just can you say again?
Is there a dollar amount, an annual amount of money that the man has to make less than so he'll be broke? So let's say if you make $50,000, you're not broke, but you make $25,000, you're broke.
Well, honestly,
is there a number where broke starts?
Broke starts at 0.
That is really.
I'm asking.
Broke starts at 0. I have nothing. That's broke.
No, because there's so many factors
but
that go
just
into
making $10
that.
an hour. No, I don't want to play games. No,
You want to talk about $50,000 is broke.
With most people,
Okay.
$10 an hour. Is that man $10 an hour working $2,000? So $20,000 a year. Is that man broke?
Yes.
Okay. $15 an hour, $30,000 a year. Is that man broke?
Yes.
$20 an hour, $40,000 a year. Is that man broke?
No, I think he can sustain himself, just not a family.
Okay,
Himself,
so
yeah.
there is a number between 30 and 40,000 where it goes from being broke to not being broke.
Right.
But at $20, he's definitely broke. $20,000 a year, $10,000 an hour, he's definitely broke.
I mean, yeah, that's just the
All right,
way it is.
the same logic holds with weight. There is a number to where you're just fat.
Right. That's right, but it's just your delivery, how you say. I mean, you can come at them like you're fat and you're just fat. But if you say, "Hey, you're unhealthy," and
So when you say a man,
inside,
but I'm using your same theory though. You told a man he's broke to help him out. Do you think? Hold on. Do you think?
no, you said.
Do you think? Do you
No,
think?
you
me-
said a
think-
man is broke.
Hold on. Do you think telling a woman? You think me telling an obese woman she's fat is new news to her? You think that she didn't know that?
But what are you getting out of saying?
I didn't ask you
like,
that. You don't answer a question with a question. You don't do this. I'll answer. Do you think that's new news to her? Do you think she really didn't know she was fat?
No.
All right. So it doesn't matter what I'm saying. She can see herself every day. What am I gaining out of it? When women like that say they want high value men. When women like that say they want a man to take me as I am. When women like that tell dudes, you average and you don't fit on my level.
Well,
Women like that call themselves 9s and 10s, 8s.
well, in a traditional man's eyes, not a high profile. I mean, that's fine. Everyone has dreams. So if you're, for a traditional man, she could probably be suitable, but for like a high,
Why does
just
okay?
chasing
Where's your
dreams.
family from? Where's your family from?
My family's from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. Why should an average man be relegated to having a fat wife?
Because she could lose weight.
You go back in your family history 100 years ago, where the men barely graduated from high school. Did they have fat wives?
What?
I mean, I think that they're
Yeah.
a little hefty. Yeah, but it's because it was more so, can you maintain a home? Can you, listen to your husband?
People weren't obese 100 years ago.
I mean,
How would you know?
Stuff like that.
Doesn't
but-
matter. They weren't obese.
That's 1022. We in
So what you're
2000.
basically doing is
20,
reinforcing the same
2022.
thing that an average man,
I'm talking about
fat woman would do
1022.
for him, but he's a high value man that they won't do. So that means all the men want to get to be high value. So that means women. So basically, you're pushing all the men to the top, and you telling men in the middle that they don't deserve anything. Do you think a woman being fat is a choice?
Yes.
Then she could choose to not be.
Well, the argument is the delivery. We're kind of circling around.
The delivery. Who does it? Fine, delivery. Who does it better? How should I deliver it? Because women often, I'm going to tell you this, women often say the delivery. Tell me the man or the person who's delivering truth the preferable way.
It's just, like I said, it's the tone.
You
It's how,
got to give me an example. You can't give me a tone example. Give me an example. Give me somebody to model after. Name me one person.
so you're telling me to give you a person.
Mm-hmm. If you're like you want to shoot like Steph Curry. You want to dribble like Tim Hardaway. Give me somebody to model after. You can't just say it's just your tone and you're not giving me a model. Because you have a model in your mind. Who are you thinking about? It has to be somebody that we all would know. It can't be your dad or your granddad.
I guess one that's always in the media would be like Lizzo, kind of.
You want me. So you're saying that me, a 53-year-old.
She has a man though.
Excuse me, hold on. I want to be clear. You're telling me that as a 53-year-old man, I should model Lizzo's.
Wait, I was confused on the question.
You're telling me my tone and my delivery, and I'm saying, does it right? Give me a model. Give me somebody to model after.
I mean, it's just common sense. Like, you
It's
should
not
be
common
taught how
sense.
to.
It's common. No, it's not.
Your parents. are supposed
Okay,
to
ma'am.
teach you.
Listen. Don't get frustrated. It's not common sense. Men do this. Men often ask women to give us what we need. Give me an example of what you're talking about. Don't tell me why it's so simple or common sense. If it's all that, just give me the name.
Well, I don't have an ideal person that could give you a delivery on
But there's
how
no
to
way I
tell
can
a
know.
woman she's fat.
There's no way I can know. You can't tell me. All you can do is say your tone, your delivery, but you can't give me an example. You can't expect me to do anything different. It's not how human beings learn.
Well, I mean, I would think that a person is taught how to
No, ma'am.
conduct a
No,
conversation
ma'am.
with.
No, ma'am. But due respect, that's not how we learn. See, that's part of the problem. This is a feelings-based argument. There is nobody that does it better. You can't point to somebody and say, Barack Obama or Donald Trump or Elon Musk. You can't say. So if you can't tell me, then how am I supposed to get better? How am I supposed to know?
Word manipulation. But go ahead.
I
Word
guess
solid. Go ahead.
I guess it just starts with the house. It starts at home. It just starts with parenting styles at
How
that
about,
point.
how about this? How about you just wrong? Let's start with the house, man. You can't. It's like saying, you know what? I don't like the way you make steak. It's just not good. All right. You don't like the way I make steak? Whose steak do you like? Oh, I think it should be common sense. It's just a cow. That's not how people learn. That's not even that. I mean, I'm not trying to be ridiculous, but come on, that's not how that works.
No, but what I'm saying is it's your delivery and how you say things. I'm not saying what you say, I'm saying how you say it. And everyone should have been taught how you should say something.
No, they're not. And the problem is women aren't taught. No, and that's the problem today. Glad you got here. You ladies aren't taught how to handle criticism. You're only taught how to handle praise. So we're talking about a failure at home. The failure at home is to teach all of you that you're special snowflakes, and you're not.
Yeah, I mean, it varies.
It doesn't vary because women are less happy, less married, and headed in the worst direction. Who's teaching them? Daddy ain't, Mama is. And you're telling me to do it better. I'm like, well, no. And here's the thing. The women who
I think dads, I would have to disagree with you. I think dads are more like, oh, you're my little girl. It's a guy got to get in the world. He has to do this.
We're talking about how many dads get to raise their children to 18 years old.
In the Black community, it's actually it's really bad. But I'm just speaking. I mean, they have male.
So how many dads get to raise their children in their home until 18 years old? So don't tell me about it. Don't tell me that Black community. See, y'all always want to go to the extraneous examples. Here's the reality: women were not taught how men think. You weren't taught how men feel. You weren't taught what men want, and you were not taught how to handle criticism. You were taught that you are the prize. That we're supposed to be X, Y, and Z for you, and all you're supposed to do is be pretty and show up. And that's not getting you married. That's not getting women married. That's getting you pumped and dumped, slaved to the side, and then 27 years old, y'all acting like we're all the good men in because you did not learn how to accept the criticism and critique of the kind of men that you want to wife.
So you kind of, like, what you're saying kind of reminds me of like, why did I get married to you? You kind of giving like more like a Mike approach to Sheila, kind of. Like you have you watched the movie Why Did I Get Married? And then you seen like how Mike was treating Sheila and calling her like just saying all this stuff. And it was just I think that's kind of the approach that
you're 21 years old. I'm more concerned at 21 years old that you're watching that kind of film. That movie was filthy. Why Did I Get Married? That movie didn't help. Do you think it portrayed marriage in a good light?
Well, I mean, nowadays.
No, the answer is it portrayed marriage in a good light. No, it didn't. It Did it portray black marriage in a good light?
No.
Did your mama let you watch it, or did your daddy let you watch it?
I really just watched it on my own.
In whose house? Your mama's house or your daddy's house?
I was actually at my friend.
Her mama's house or her daddy's house?
Her mom's.
Thank you. You can't make this shit up, people. Unsupervised young women watching that kind of trash because women just let y'all do whatever. And
So what are we supposed
to the point to where you have an opportunity to talk to somebody. You can't tell me an example of a proper tone. You can't tell me this, but you can tell me some BS you saw in a movie that shaped your mind. And that I'm talking to the audience right now. And that's sad because that's what I mean. They don't get taught. They get supervised. Girls aren't raised today.
I was giving an example of a bad delivery, and your delivery on
You
fat women
Man.
gave me.
That movie was propaganda. Movie was straight propaganda. Did black men look good in that Tyler Perry movie? Nobody talks to their woman like he talked to Jill Scott in real life. Ma'am.
I don't know who's talking.
And that's the thing. This is what litters these young girls' minds. This crap that's been fed into them. To the point where you're bringing it up like it's real life or like it's something to be modeled out. Instead of saying, this is garbage.
I mean, it is
It's
garbage.
garbage. Hello, how are you? Hold on.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 25. No, I'm 35.
What do you got? Is it critique or is it a delivery?
No, I actually agree with what she's saying. She's definitely right. It's definitely all about the approach. We have to pay attention to how we talk to people. We can't just say, oh, this hamburger is disgusting. We have to say, you know what, honey, you did a good job. I'm talking, I respect what she did. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
You're talking through me. You got to know that I can hear you. We got to know how we talk to one another. Why do women think it's okay to talk through a man?
Wait, no. You asked me. I answered.
Okay, you said you agree with her, and I'm asking you just like her.
Definitely agree with her.
Not even live. Give me a problem. Right. Because listen, here's the funny thing is, you guys are getting a kick out of this. The world likes it this way because you're 21, you're 35, you both will die alone.
No, definitely not.
What's your husband have to say about that?
What does he have to say? He isn't going to say much. He's not going to come on this camera.
So who does it right?
What do you mean, who does it right?
Okay, you're telling me the tone. Tell me who does it right. Give me a model.
Okay, so we can't give you a model. The fact is,
Well,
I'm going to give you a model.
Black men don't like to.
Excuse me, then you
I think
respect.
that's the issue.
Okay. You respect, and you can't tell me how to do it. You can't tell me a model. You say do something better, and you're just using a bunch of words.
We can't give you a model because the thing is, you treat people how you want to be treated. So therefore, I'm the best model of how I want to be treated. So therefore, I'm going to be the best person. Okay. Okay.
I don't like your steak. I say I like steak, and you make me a steak. And I say I don't like your steak. And you say, well, what do you like? Well, this is not good. It should be better. Okay. What do you mean by better? Should it be more flavorful? Should it be better? How do you like to cook? Well, just better. It should be common sense. Eat your steak like you want to.
No.
Listen to the example. Wouldn't you be at some point, whose steak are you comparing it to? What's a model? Give me an idea. You would just keep telling them, well, just know.
Definitely not. I would say, no, honey, there's a bit too much blood here. Maybe next time we'll do it a bit more well done. Or I'll say, no, honey, we don't have enough blood here. Maybe we can try to.
Tell me the person who delivers truthful
content. What if you don't?
Tell me the person.
What if you don't have an example?
Tell me the person who delivers truthful content to women in the right way.
You don't have one.
Then I'm all
That's where you and your husband just have to communicate.
Deal with it. I'm not change the tone.
No, hell no. You just have to communicate.
You have to change the tone.
And we're going to try it again and again and again until we get it right.
One thing you cannot do. I'm going to tell you one more time. You can go back to your husband or wherever he is. This is what married women typically ask. You can't
This is not
over-talk them. That's just rude.
Oh, I'm over talking you.
I think that we are looking more. You're looking. I think it's more sad the fact that we don't have an example as Black women to say, okay, this is how we would want to be, or this is. It's sad that we actually don't have that example to give in the first
Why
place.
do you think that is?
Well, because the men aren't like how they used to be. That's the only thing I can think.
So again, it's a man's fault.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there is room to be improved as far as I feel like men these days they have unrealistic.
Man, okay, let me before you go down that path at 21 years old. You raised with your father in the house?
Yes.
Your mother and father married?
Mhm.
All right. If women are getting married before kids, whose fault is that?
Well, I think it's a different mindset now because back then most
if women are getting married, you say the father. No, you say the father. And we started the basic building block. He needs to be in the home. If women are not choosing to be married before they have children, the father is not in the home. You cannot blame the person who's not there for how you turn out.
But a man
There's no
marry a
but.
woman.
There's no but. There's no but. There's no way you can have a baby before marriage. There are too many forms of birth control.
I mean, things happen. So
That's
You're right about that. Now I can't.
That's not no. Listen, I want you guys to understand the sheer lack of accountability. Think about how many times that 1, 2, 3 women have pushed the responsibility back onto the men. Things happen. Accountability is like kryptonite. Man, if a woman doesn't want to have a baby, she does use birth control. I didn't say stop having sex. Stop making babies with men that aren't your husbands. Can we agree that needs to happen?
okay, so how am I supposed to know if you are
Hold on. Can we agree that needs to happen first?
Okay.
Can we guess it? Yes or no?
Yeah, that needs to happen.
Yeah, we can agree.
Then who ensures that men or women?
Women.
Women.
Thank you.
Only because we give birth to them, so we
And you for your higher price because if you have a child outside of marriage, you're setting yourself and the child up for less favorable outcome. You were asking me what? Laying down?
The question. Oh.
No, because she said so. What? You said something about it happened. So what to do? What?
Well, no, it does happen. I mean, that's been it didn't happen to me, but it does happen to other people.
But if you start looking at the marriage,
What do you mean it just happens? How do you just get pregnant? You don't just happen to have unprotected sex during the time you're ovulating.
What if you have sex every day?
See how that happened, folks? I just said it doesn't just happen where you have unprotected sex when you're ovulating. Just like the modern woman, she instead of dancing in a bunch, she just moved the goalposts.
Oh, whatever. It's true though, but what if you have sex?
No, what I just said is true. This is why so many women are going unmarried.
But what about the men that say like, I mean, I get you're saying it's the woman's choice because it is, because in the end she has to have the bed, like it's hers. So, but what about those men who are like, oh, I don't like you with, protection or those?
Yeah, you don't have sex. Very simple.
What about those men who like? Because the men, I mean, you're not. I feel like you don't really. I do understand that women, we need work to be done, but the Black men in our community are reading at 4th grade level.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Okay.
54% of Black men are single and childless, and 61% are in the middle class. You're not going to come on here and run that bullshit. No, 2.5 million Black men are in the upper class. This is that bullshit you were watching on those movies. That ain't the truth. I challenge you to go look up the statistics. BlackDemographics.com. Black statistics by Black people for Black people. 54% of Black men in this country, single, childless, 61 in the middle class, but you always got to think that there are coming out there to justify why you're alone.
So these women is making babies by themselves.
You're alone because you're unfit.
So where we supposed to find them at?
In the gym, behind their preposition.
If 54% of men
In the gym.
don't have
Well, I thought
kids,
men
then
were
54% of women
Which gym?
don't have kids.
I'm just so confused.
Hold on. Where are they supposed to find them at? Were you raised with your lady laying down on the bed?
And there's more women
Tina,
than men.
were your mother and father married?
Yes, they were.
So when you asked your father where you supposed to find him at, what does he tell you?
He found her
No.
in the same neighborhood.
I said when you asked your father where you're supposed to find him at, what does he tell you?
He don't know the answers. That's why I'm on here.
So when you had the topic, when you asked the question to him, he said,
To find a man?
I heard
Not
this
on the internet.
theory. I ain't gonna lie. I heard.
Not on the internet.
hold on, sweetheart. I'm going to drill down on this. What did he say when you had the conversation?
In church.
I heard that.
And then where else?
In school.
And then where else?
That was it.
And your father failed you.
Oh, well, that's why I'm on here, because I ain't got no
Well,
more.
that's not. But if you're going to tell me, were you raised? Did your mother raise you to be a
Both
wife?
on you.
Did your mother raise you to be a wife?
Yeah, I mean, she is a wife.
Did
She's
she
a wife.
raise you to be a wife?
I guess so, yeah.
You guess. If you're raised to be a wife, you would know. So what
Well,
did
I'm
your mother
still
raise?
young.
Okay,
I
so
got
man, questions. What did your mother raise you to do for a man?
Cook, clean, be emotionally supportive,
You cook and clean for yourself, but that is something that goes. What else?
be emotionally supportive.
In what way?
What she used to do? She used to ask him stuff. I don't know, like be nice to him. Not be bitchy.
So what I need you to understand is you want to, this 21-year-old, you want to say the delinquencies of where black men are. And you're saying your mother and father raised you in the household.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the basics. You didn't ask your dad, you told your school or church, your mama didn't raise you to be a wife. The problem is that's not a woman that's fit to be a wife.
So what's fit to be a wife?
A man who is a husband does not need to go to a woman who does not know what to do.
Well, we have to, at this point, we have to blame the generations before us because.
So you gotta blame your mama.
Right. And
Your mama didn't
that's what I'm
teach you.
saying, the
If
generation.
your mama was married, if your mother was married, and she didn't teach you how to be a wife and teach you how to work with and for a man, then blame your mama. It ain't got shit to do with the generation. It got to do with the woman that raised you, especially if she was married. And that's a problem. Far too many married women aren't teaching their daughters how to be wise. They're teaching their daughters how to be independent. And then when it fails, you want to look at the men and say,
So you don't think it's the men problem too? Some of the men out here, they gotta
Some men don't. They want to have.
excuse me, no. Before you get to the men, you got to get to the marriage. Before you get to the men, how many of our children, what percentage of our children are born as a result of marriage?
I don't know. Not a lot.
And how old are you again?
27.
Let me be honest, man. You're laying down in the bed on an Instagram channel with millions of people.
It's not millions. It ain't. It's 9,227. Damn.
For the millions of people. And this is what I'm trying to say. If this is what a woman who is asking these questions, you're laying down. Like, this is the attitude. The average woman.
It's 12 o'clock at night. What am I supposed to be doing? Outside in the club? It's 12 o'clock at
I want
night.
you guys to understand what I want you to understand. This is why. This is why. The mindset. It's like, it's a joke. It's a joke. Relationships are a joke in a game until you're 27 years old. It ain't going to be a joke in about 8 years. And the problem is 80% of our children are brought into fatherless homes. 80% of the kids are born to single mothers. So that
We
means
can't make
the majority of our community is single mother raised at home. You're already screwed up. Black marriages have last less than 5 years on average. 80% of the divorces that are filed are filed by women. 75% divorce rate. You can't keep a man if you keep leaving your man. You can't be married if you ain't getting married before the baby. If you do get married, you don't stay more than 5 years.
But we don't have a baby when we asking them questions. She don't have a baby. I don't have a baby.
So what we doing wrong?
Yeah. So what we doing wrong? She not fat. I'm not fat. So now what?
I don't know what you are. I don't know what you are.
I'm not fat. So
That's what you say. How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet.
Dress size?
I would say a 4.
How much you weighed last time you weighed yourself?
144.
You haven't been with dress size 8. Ain't no damn way you were just 5 foot, 140 pounds in dress size.
Yes, I'm saying a 4.
It's my delivery. I'm an image consultant in real life. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I dress and size women all the time. I can let you know.
Let's just say I'm not.
I want you to understand. Look at their attitude. You talk about attitude and delivery. Look at her. The attitude and delivery. It's a joke or it's aggressive. It's a joke or it's aggressive. I try to answer everything. I'm over talking. Pull out the show. Bring your hand out again. Yeah, we love that. Mm-hmm. If you wonder what's wrong, that's what's wrong right there.
I'm not changing that. So that's
what's wrong.
Forget that. You can forget that. That comes with me. You can forget that.
And it'll die with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you right now, you know and I know, a white man, Hispanic man, Middle Eastern, or Asian man would not tolerate any of this. The only group of men that would even contemplate tolerating is a black man. And we're trying to get black men to raise their standards. Because, ma'am, your behavior is unacceptable. Even if you're right, it's still wrong because your behavior. You came on here, this platform has millions of people. You can be seen globally. And are you making a good representation for yourself or not? I get dinged for belittling women. I have conversations with women to let women show how they act. That's all I do.
You just said that my nails is not going to give me no man, but they like this.
It's just a part of femininity.
My personality, yeah.
I want you to go show me the women that are married to men of value who have males that long.
Men of value? Oh, please.
Let me think about it. Nicki Minaj.
I mean, I like them a little shorter.
I'm not going to get into her husband. I said men of value.
Don't come at the queen.
I don't have a problem with Nicki Minaj. She's a cool person, but you brought her in. I said men of value.
Men of value. Damn.
They like a medium.
So if you want to marry a man of value, and you say this comes with such and so forth, you either get rid of the nails or lose the opportunity to get the man. That's all it comes down to.
I'll consider it.
You don't have to consider. The thing is, man, while you're considering it, women who are already raised or understand that they need to compete for him, he ain't got to handle you or figure you out. The women who are already trying to get on his team, that's what I talk about on YouTube today. Y'all are so worried about, so many of our women are worried about men taking you as you are or handling you. This is why Becky's coming in, Maria's swooping them up. Y'all could be right in the Dunning-Kruger effect. How you're wrong. It's not working. And here's the thing, it's not working because men in general, black men in particular, are married. If they're not marrying, you gotta ask them why.
You be having some points, I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes it's just like get way too disrespectful, calling people fat, girls, ladies fat, and all that stuff that ain't got no man. But the fat girls got more husbands than anybody.
No, they don't.
Hello, Hewitt.
Oh Lord, check the statistics with that.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm a walking
Well,
what I'm talking about.
listen.
Fat girls ain't got husbands because they're on my show looking for high value men. And if I call you 5'8", 220 pounds fat, if I tell you the size of an NFL running back, is it a statement of truth?
Listen,
There's
all I
no nice-
know.
See, that's what I'm telling you. There is no nice way to tell somebody who's used to no criticism or accountability that there's something wrong. Should a female weigh more than a male at the same height? A male and a female, the same height. Should the female weigh more than the male?
But what that got to do with love?
I didn't ask you that.
I mean, no, because that's not healthy. But what does that have to do with love?
Is it not healthy or is it not natural?
It's not healthy.
It's both. It's both. It's not natural or healthy.
It's natural, but it's
But
not
people
healthy.
So then why are women doing it? If it's not healthy or natural?
I don't know.
Take me as I am.
Huh?
Take me as I am. That's why they're doing it. Like, no man is supposed to have anything. Nature can't even have a standard for women. And then you go back to love. Love has nothing to do with marriage at first.
Okay.
Go back 100 years ago. Did people date? How long did people date 100 years ago?
I wasn't born 100 years ago, so
Did you
I
travel-
wouldn't.
excuse me, did you go to high school?
Yes.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Did stop with smart ass attitude? Or you
No.
use a goddamn history or a library card. Do that one more time and I will bid you a good night. I'm tired of your disrespect. Now, do you want to continue or would you like to leave?
No, I'll continue.
See, I want you to understand, I'm twice your age, and just the casual disrespect. I'm trying to have a reasonable conversation, and it doesn't matter. See, y'all don't like my tone, but you don't have to have any problem with
RL.
disrespect.
Welcome.
I just feel like sometimes you are a little bit disrespectful. You just don't realize it.
I asked you, the people date 100 years ago,
Welcome.
and you got disrespectful. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all's generation, my generation is the last generation of men that was raised traditional. These young guys,
Hey, Miss Apple.
anyway, that smart
What
mouth gets
today,
dealt with
Jimmy
sooner
Day?
or
I'm
later.
fine, darling.
It's dealt with sooner or later. Most of you are dealing with it by yourself. You better stop talking to men like they're crazy. Because you talk to men like you want to smoke. Some guy just may decide to smoke it up with you. Then you'll be going, oh, what happened? Now, back to the conversation. 100 or so years ago, did people date? Or how long did they date?
I don't think they dated for a long time because and I would say like I don't know because like the woman had to get out the house at like 16.
So about how long? Okay, I get it. About how
We
long?
not 100. We in
I don't know.
2022.
I don't think
Damn,
so.
you gotta go back
This
to
is-
1022.
A few weeks, a few months.
Thank you. They didn't date. People picked. For whatever reason, they picked. So we got people dating today 2, 3, 5, 10 years. They're not getting on with life and then wondering why they're still getting high school outcomes. We're still dating like high schoolers. Dating is dumb.
Wow. Okay.
We're dating. So we're talking about all of this other stuff. But you got out of the house because you went from your father's house, from your parents' house, to your husband's house because you were trained and you knew what was expected of a wife. Today, you don't even know what's expected of a woman, much less than a wife. So I'm asking.
But were they happy? Eventually, they weren't happy, and then they got divorced.
That's what they have to. That's what Tyler Perry is telling you. Is these women were happy? That's what The Color Purple, Ready to Exhale, and all these bullshit ass narratives keep telling you. Yeah, women in those 50-year marriages weren't happy. My grandmother was happy. She was happy she had a husband, Jesus, and her family, and her mother was happy. The black community was better back before Jim Crow, segregation, slavery, and all the other kind of stuff because we had families. Women today are not happy. They're just single.
They wasn't happy, damn it. You ain't got no proof they was happy.
And you're not making enough money to live this hot girl summer or whatever. It's not working. You're 21. You're 27.
Yeah, but I'm in school.
Okay, but you're younger than 27. You're 27 years old. Do you want to be married one day?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's say you're 55 years old. Let's just say for some reason, at 55, you never got married, never had any kids. Well, what would life look like socially?
For me, socially, it would be sad because all of my friends or my coworkers have families. So,
How was your last relationship?
how long was my last relationship?
When was it?
When was it? We broke up in October.
How long was that relationship?
A year and some change.
Okay. By what age would you like to be married?
30.
How many kids would you like to have?
One.
Why just one child?
It is right now. It's like, the economy. I don't know. I think one is safe.
Well, you only got 2, Kevin.
Is that a healthy way to raise a child?
How many kids
No,
you want them to have when you
but
only got 2?
I just, God forbid if the man leaves, then what I'm gonna do?
Men don't leave. Y'all do. I just proved that several times over. Women make mating decisions based upon our bad behavior. And you're the ones that act badly. You're the ones that leave. You're the ones that wreck the family. You're the ones that wreck the home. You're the ones that wreck the kids. Thanks. And one kid. China has a one-child policy. And it's crippling the country. Now they're telling people, whoa, we need at least 3 kids.
Bull.
One child, I was raised an only child. It's a horrible thing to do. But I want you to understand how selfish your decisions are. One kid, because it's best for you. That's what mom.
What should her response be?
Say again?
I said, well, what should her response have been?
Yeah.
Is a family one child?
Yeah. A family could be one child.
No, it's not.
Well, including
As anybody who was raised as an only child, and they will tell you there's a hole there. It is not a family. A family is at least 2 kids, preferably 3.
So how do you feel about people that have 3 children and can't afford to raise 3 children?
You live at your means. Your grandmother, your great-grandmother had more kids or less money. Stop living like you got again? That shit costs money.
I know. That's why I should have 1 kid.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Selfishness of modern women.
Hey,
And
Miss
you laugh
Leo.
because even you knew, even at 21, you're like, God damn, don't say that. But that's real.
Well,
Y'all are too adorned to be so broke.
No, because all right, I feel like after two kids, that would be it for personally me, because 3 kids is crazy. I really feel like you should be making $300K with 3 kids.
Where'd you go to school for?
I went to school for computer engineering.
Are you making over 6 figures?
No,
Over 80?
I make just at 80.
So in other words, in order to have more children. So my thing is, why do women in 2022 want to live a life of high value? Because 350 is the number. Why do you need to have so much money to have kids today when women 100 years ago with barely 5th or 6th grade educations had more children with less money?
the
Because
economy.
yeah, and then I just told you that I make 80,
Economy?
but I make
The gas prices.
and that's not enough money right now.
You go to the Hispanic community and tell me they make less than the black community, they got more kids, and they're taking over the black side of town. It's not the economy, because you ladies spend outside of your means. Those eyelashes, you're 21 years old and your face is beat to the gods. When I was in college, women don't even put that kind of shit on for holiday parties.
Oh, Lord.
They didn't have it on Tuesday night just because.
Well,
Show the young lady that was only done for something like a glamour shot. That's not even functional. And that costs money. You what now?
I said I was actually somewhere earlier today.
But but you get the point, whether you or not.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Women today spend too much money. And then women talk about you want to have children based on money. You want to pick men based on money. And guess what? To men, you say you don't have three kids, you need to make at least $300K. You know how many men would say something about your delivery? But that's just truth for you now, isn't it? See, y'all don't have any problem telling men anything. But my thing is this: a man making $250,000 or more, what is he going to want from a wife?
You need to do everything.
Structure.
Need to do everything. What does that mean?
I can't have an attitude where I can't listen to him if he making that much.
Oh, but he's making less, you can.
Yes.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm being
I
honest.
believe you said it because that's the truth.
Yeah, I'm being honest.
That's what I
I
was
live,
gonna say.
That's why I said I ain't alone. It's the truth too. Because you're outside of your budget. And then you think a man who's making less not to tolerate this. Anybody not to tolerate this. You said he's on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't be 7. What would you rank this for face? Just your face. First face.
okay. I think I'm a 7.
I said you cannot use 7.
Oh, I can't use 7. I'm 8.
So you're up there with Beyonce.
Well, I don't want to compare myself to Beyonce.
That's what's in the 8 category.
Huh?
That's what's in the 8 category. Beyonce.
Okay, well give me a 6. Give me a 6 then. I'll be a 6. I don't want to compare myself to Beyonce, but I'll be a 6.
But before I said Beyonce, you said I'm an 8. That's 2 steps away from the top.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to think about what I'm saying, computer engineer.
Mm-hmm.
If you thought yourself 2 steps to the top, that's 20% of women. Have you ever modeled?
Not fashion though.
Print modeling?
No, just like urban hood stuff. That counts.
So, to put yourself in an 8, that's an elite category.
I got elite features.
I want you to go back to the woman that was before her. She said she was a 9. See, the problem is you've already shown that you, just like the other woman, y'all rank yourselves high. You're a 5, 6.
Child, no.
Okay.
But you said
Professional
to
image
Beyonce.
consultant? Nah. Professional image consultant? Opinion.
So Beyonce? No.
Ma'am, what about your features make you pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous?
Okay, I have nice eyes. See?
Hey,
They're a little
Jamie.
slanted. I have beautiful skin. Beauty mark. God don't give no beauty mark to nobody. But if they not beautiful. Teeth. Popping. Nose. I got a nice nose. Eyebrows. Lips. Hair.
You're average.
No, I'm not. Then I got the dimples.
Man, average. Why is today average? Is
Confidence.
confidence doesn't matter. Man, see, you ladies want men to value all this stuff. And I'm going to let you know, that don't matter. If people aren't coming to you to say, oh, we need to put you on the cover of this magazine or this article or in this, that's what a woman who's an 8. Beyonce.
Okay, but they got talent.
Diane Carroll. These kind of women. Women who
They
are
have
just
talent.
no, ma'am, they don't. Charlize
Beyonce
Theron.
don't got talent?
Excuse me. Charlize Theron had no talent. She was screaming at a bank teller at Bank of America. But she looked so nice that they made her into a star. That's not how this works. I've worked with people who actually source models, and they will tell you, you're not an 8. Telling you your average should be an insult. You're 5 feet tall, 140 pounds. Say you're 5'6", trying to give you the benefit of doubt. But But you're the average cute. You can be cute, but ain't nobody gonna mistake you, Sweetie, Kelly Rowland, Rihanna, all the same thing. There's a difference. And I didn't get to answer the question. You gonna make that $250,000?
I would like to know, not to throw shade, but she has 3 children on her own.
Average looking women.
Seeing her
So
interact with one.
nowadays, can I say something?
Off rip. Off rip. They just marry average women off rip.
Not all the time, no. But listen. Can I tell you one thing? Nobody in this world is ugly. Nobody. They just don't have enough money to fix it. Because whatever you say, only thing that I can't buy is height. Well, I could buy height because with heels, I'm 5'6". You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't believe that. That's why when you come
Don't give a shit what you believe. The fact that you're this foolish and say no one in this world is ugly shows how far we come. There are plenty of people in this world that are ugly.
that are they ugly or are they broke?
Either one, it's still the same. See, today, women don't want any standards. You want pretty beautiful or gorgeous women, and these women are going to just be fixed. You ain't got, it doesn't matter. It matters to us men. That's why I say fresh face out of the shower. All the confident shit that you ladies pop is laughing into us. We don't care. Y'all sound to the male line, y'all sound zip damn crazy. Because we still say you can pop all that shit, you still fine. You get $5. Men off rip making $250,000 a year or more do not marry average women once they're making that kind of money. You want a man like that, you better get him.
Okay, RL.
You're 27 years old.
I'm running out of time.
So time is against you, and then you want to have money on a certain level. So this is one thing I don't seem to realize is women don't seem to understand the time and the sense of urgency. Y'all are so busy telling us about the tone. If I didn't use my tone or my delivery, I wouldn't have had your attention or your attention to tell you you need to make a difference.
So what should we do?
That's what I feel like.
Understand what the kind of man you want from a woman. You can ask yourself, can you do that? But today, men want, especially the higher level men, want femininity.
I am girly.
That's not femininity. You're masculine.
What's
Man,
femininity?
you're so argumentative and bad. So you have to curse a lot. It's just your nature to the smart, sass. That's not femininity.
Yeah. I think I'm just sassy, but I don't think I'm
Sassy ain't femininity. It's not femininity. That's why I
Yeah.
did it on YouTube. But men aren't going to handle that.
So y'all like
There's a
foreign
difference
girls?
between a wife and everything else. What should we do? If you have mothers that were married, you should go ask your mother, why did you not teach me how to be a wife? Why did you
She's
not
more
teach me how
sassier than me.
You ask the question, you go ask yourself, why did you teach me to be a wife? What do I need to do for a man? How do I keep a man? Not how do I get a man? How do I keep him? Does that sound like how most women talk? Does it sound like how most women
So now we got to get a man and keep him. We got to work on keeping a man.
I don't ask those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you got to think about it. Well, then how are you expect to get the knowledge that you need to get the outcome you want?
Well, I actually, instead of asking my mom, I actually asked my dad, and he was just like, basically to follow through with the man's vision. So if his vision correlates with your vision, or even if you guys can grow into a vision together.
Why can't you ask your mom?
Well, because I felt like he married her, so.
So if you wanted to learn how to cook and your mom was a cook, you'd ask your dad because he ate the food.
Maybe daddy know how to
Well,
cook.
I mean,
Think about the logic. If you want to learn how to cook and your mom was a cook, you'd ask your dad because he ate the food. The fact that you ladies
Why
can't
wouldn't
even
you
go
ask
to your
a man
mother
how to keep
is
a
a
man?
problem.
Why
I
wouldn't
did.
you?
I asked her mom.
You shouldn't have to go to your mothers. The women of the village are supposed to teach the girls how to be wise, how to work with the men. But y'all don't have the relationship to where you can go to your mother or feel like you can get there for, hey, how are you? You just showed up, your name is what, Jess?
Yeah.
Ubi irks my
No,
mind.
I get everything you're saying because
How old are you?
I'm traditional like you.
How old are you?
You know.
How old are you?
Pardon me?
How old are you?
Me, I'm 37.
All right. You were saying you agree with the things I'm saying?
No, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I get what the girls are saying too because it's like you wouldn't tell your daughter that advice that you know. What I mean? Like you wouldn't tell your daughter like, hey, put up with this shit. You got money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't
I have
tell
a
your
daughter. Don't tell me what I would not tell my daughter. Absolutely.
You're gonna tell your daughter like put up with this bullshit.
I tell my daughter watches my content.
But you know what? Like, cause
Hold on, stop right here. Why is it always put up with his shit? We put up with your shit.
what?
Really?
Women today
We gotta
are
get
out
y'all.
of order.
We gotta get y'all.
Do you know what action
I
reaction?
do agree with him on
Y'all
that part.
putting
though.
up with
I
our
do
shit.
think women
Wow.
are.
He's
He's critiquing.
asking me a question. The immediately going to tell me why I'm wrong.
No, but listen. Like
Okay, before we get there, are you married?
me, no, but I've been in like the same relationship for
You have any
since I was
children?
19 till
Any
now.
children?
Yes.
Any children? And you came in saying you're a traditional woman.
I would say so because like if this doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but like out of my whole family, I was the only one to have kids out of wedlock, and you know what I mean.
Why did you get married?
And date outside of my race as well.
Why didn't you get married?
But
Why didn't you get married? Why didn't you get married? Why didn't you get married?
because people be acting out. Because we're busy fighting than planning a wedding.
Yes, you have.
Who, me or him?
You.
Oh, us two together.
So remember what I said about women complaining about men's behavior, but then you decide to make babies before you become a wife?
Right. That's true.
Become a wife first.
No, I get it, but you know life happens, and you know when you're in love. And
This is exactly what you said, 27, right? 27,
Yeah.
ain't that what you just said, 30?
Right, yeah.
Life happens. Life doesn't happen, grown 37-year-old.
So,
Life
okay.
doesn't just happen, man.
You're right, but not
That
everyone
just
is
happened.
wrong-headed like you. Like, fuck this bitch. I don't want to have kids with her, but I made her.
Well, no. The problem is this is right on it's because you guys know all the mistakes, but instead of you humbling yourself and saying something different to the younger women, y'all double down to validate your lives.
No, I get what you're saying. Because you know what my mom told me that I wish I listened.
What do you mean? What do you mean things happen? Life happens.
No, life happens. Like, let's just say you was going to a bar, or you meet someone beautiful, and you guys vibe, had a great time. Like, let's not act like accidents don't happen. This is not my situation at all. But
You mean accident? So you mean sex?
whatever, and you
You
really
mean
like
sex? You mean sex?
Yes,
It's called a condom.
you already know.
I mean a stranger, and I'm going to put my
You already
precious,
know, don't you?
I'm going to put my precious
In the heat of
inside
the
of your suspect vagina without a condom.
Wow.
My precious dick, my precious seed. I'm
Really?
protected.
Okay, but that's your mind.
Like you should protect your precious womb.
You're right, though. But that's
Then there is no accident there.
that's true because you're a responsible individual that thinks
Because I'm a
that
grown
you're
up.
higher.
Because I'm a grown up and I don't want HIV/AIDS. I don't want any other things to come along with that. Or children.
More children.
Grown women, accidents happen. You know how many steps it has to take for meeting somebody to having sex. There are thousands of steps into this.
I get what you're saying.
Well, the kids are here now.
So
too.
how did that actually
For example,
happen?
Sierra,
So how did having sex?
she has a beautiful
So how did
relationship
having
with him,
so
right?
how did that so when
But she had a baby.
how did that happen the second time? How did it happen the second time?
Oh, he did that already. That was done already, RL.
There's one kid in this too.
Because you be holding on and having fun, and you're like, and women, we like to like make our man happy, and when you get pregnant again, you're like,
I don't have a problem with you making your husband happy,
but I'm not gonna
but
lie.
he's not your husband.
Love-
He's not your husband. No matter what, man. No matter what. Women like yourself who are unmarried still don't have that security that the married version of yourself would have. And there's no way to make it be more secure. When DMX died, his baby mama of years was left out in the cold. Y'all know that, but modern women today are rebelling against what it is that's always protected you. Structure.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but not everyone is as strong-minded as you to like play out the part
Hi.
as a mother looking at my daughter or whatever. You get what I'm saying or no?
No, I don't. I
You
think
should though, because
people
not
today
everyone
are
is raised and not
I
everyone is smart
look
enough
at
to
today,
know.
including myself,
Thank
and
you,
say,
Zach.
excuse me. I look at people today, like myself included, say how fucking weak we are. The previous generation survived World War II, the Vietnam War, polio, smallpox, the influenza, the Great Depression, and that's what they had real fucking problems.
It's true,
Real
but
problem.
we ain't in that era though.
No, we're not. Today, we allow women to just do what you're doing. And I want you to understand, this is why you young ladies don't get the information. Because women in her age group are still, you understand, and it's instead of saying, you know what, young ladies, if I were your age, I would not have done this because I've learned this. But they're still trying to, because they're still out here. And all I'm doing is I'm talking to 24, 21, 27, 37, and I'm talking to all unmarried women. 70 years ago, we all would have been married.
There's a lot of
That's not true.
there's a lot of single thirsty women out here these days. Like it's 7 to 1 these days. Like
But you got one man with 2 babies and no ring. Why not just make? Why
I have
not
a friend who didn't get married.
But why not? Okay, I'm saying why not finish the family? Get out, get on down the line.
You know why? Because men, they do things and action, reaction. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, what I want you to hear is.
So you want me to just like
What I want you to hold on.
keep shitting on me?
No. See, I'm talking. Action, reaction leaves you with no accountability. Meaning, all you have is to react.
Okay, so what if I'm a
mother? You're a grown mother of 2.
So it's cool.
You're a grown mother of 2. You have the ability to be accountable and make your own actions.
That's true.
Ladies, and this is what I want to tell you. This is where this single, independent mindset, it teaches you how not to couple or pick men who give you action and reaction. Man, you're an attractive woman. You had plenty of suitable men. Why'd you pick one that has action reaction? Why'd you pick the boring guy?
I mean, he's not boring. He's almost too
I said,
exciting.
why didn't you pick the guy that wanted to do the traditional thing like you said for me?
Because life doesn't happen that way. It's not a movie.
You see why I say, so 21 and 27, do you see why I say it's not the men, it's the women? This is the women that are older and they're supposed to be teaching, but they're still acting like they're your age.
Yeah.
If I blank the screen out and digitally transform the voices, they would think you were all about the same age. And I'm not saying that's an insult. I'm just saying there's supposed to be a difference between 21 and 37.
Right.
But there's not.
Because, like, things that you say, I really wish, like, some of the things you say, some of the shit I'd be like, calm down. But I'm like, I wish someone told me that when I was young, so I would know better to do.
See, that's why I'm listening now.
You know what I
And
mean?
you know what I want? And nobody told me.
Even though you may not agree with him, like it is what it is, and it's real.
Here's what I want. Because no one told me these things either, else I wouldn't be divorced. I want, but here's what I want. I want women in your position to go tell the younger women, so they don't have to worry about me and my tone and my delivery. You
Why we
guys
gotta
are
worry
supposed to be
about that
telling
anyway?
them this, not me. Because with me, they got to worry about the tone and this and that. Person just get
That's
the right information.
but they listen more because you're a man too. And you're not so, but can I ask you a question? So, who is going to tell the men not to cheat on us?
Well, sweetheart, I have bad news for you. Women and men cheat roughly at the same rates.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
Go ahead and pull it up for you. See, this is all bullshit, you believe.
Because that's my problem. I'm not going to stay with somebody that keeps cheating on me.
But you
Right,
asked-
like, you can only get cheated on.
But you asked the question.
Hey, realize.
Cheating on who? Both cheating on each other.
Well, he keeps getting caught. So,
To me, I just have a problem, like I said, like this. I feel like no man should cheat at all, but it's the ones that don't have nothing that's doing all the disrespect and the cheating. They don't have
28
it.
to 24%. Men cheated at 28% rate, women cheated at 24% rate. But here's the funny thing. Women talk about cheating like it's 9 to 1.
when women cheat, we cheat with emotions. When
Where you
men
get
cheat,
these
it just be
statistics
like,
from?
No, you cheat with your vagina too.
No, but
It doesn't matter.
Exactly, RL.
Men and women talk about cheating. Do men talk about fear of cheating like women do?
so can I ask you a question?
If you missed
If
If you missed it, I'm gonna play it again on my other page.
Like women talk about that.
No, they don't.
But if it's almost the same, what's the difference? Y'all are being told that something happens and then y'all women cheat at almost higher rates now.
So do you want us to marry? Do you want all three of us to marry cheaters? Oh, that's what you're saying. If he cheating on us, do you want us to marry them still?
Poor thing. See, this is what I mean. Y'all listen. Yeah, all three of you guys, maybe the 21. This is why I don't want you watching this. Okay? Why did I get married? Because at a certain point, your mind becomes so warped by this propaganda. All you can see is relationships in negative terms. Worried about shit that ain't happening in mass. 8 out of 10 children in the black community are born to single mothers. 1 out of 4 black women will get married. That's one. But that one woman, the marriage tends to last 5 years. And if that marriage divorced at the 75% rate, 8 out of 10 times it's you walking away with the kids. So who should really be concerned about relationships and marriage? According to the numbers, men should be the ones.
I get what you're saying.
No, absolutely not.
No, I get what you're saying.
I don't want you don't time that this is not about there's nothing you can say that's gonna overcome this. Stop. Stop. There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna overcome this. You guys talk about relationships as in negative terms, and you guys are the ones that wreck stuff by the numbers.
I beg to differ.
Ma'am, unless you got better, before you say something, ma'am, unless you're coming with facts, data, statistics, I don't want to hear it.
Of
Okay,
course
but
not.
listen.
Unless you're coming with facts,
Right.
I don't want to hear it on this.
Okay, so
Your
let me
anecdotal,
give you a
I
narrative.
don't want to hear it on this.
Can I give you a
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We've heard this shit too much. Shut it up, please. We've heard women like you tell this bullshit propaganda line too much. That's what's confusing these young girls. This is the problem. I tell you not to listen to women her age and older because they're the ones warping you, not men. You still want to say, do you have better data, man?
Yeah, you make sense, but you don't get the if.
Do you have
data.
Then if you
I
don't
was
have better
listening to
data,
you. No,
why are you still talking about this issue? If you don't have better data, why are you trying to make a different point?
Because not everyone's story is the same.
I don't give a shit.
Woo! Like I said, if you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Different strokes for different folks. Should you be more careful in your life and who you pick and who you choose as your mate? Yes, you should. Well, I'm not going to go back and forth over kids that are here already and mistakes that was already made. It's done. All right, boss lady. Go ahead, girl. Boss lady. Well, she shall be back. And I didn't. Oh, yes, he has to look up the answer. My grandmother was not married. My mom was not married, but I was. People like to speak upon these statistics. My question is, where you get these statistics from? I think you should show that receipt and different receipts of them statistics. Just because you looked up something where you wanted to see it, that don't make it written in stone. But like I said, different strokes for different folks. I'm not gonna go back and forth with, after 30, the clock is ticking. Man, you don't know when love come your way. Nobody don't know nothing. Nobody sees the future. That's why you keep going back to the past. Yes, history has a way of repeating itself, but nobody don't know where their life is going to take them, who they're going to be with. The kids are here already. I don't care if you got one woman with like 7, 8 babies. The kids are here already. What you gonna do? If you're not promoting abstinence, not just wearing a condom, you got to promote abstinence before you get married. Not you still telling them to go out there and have fun or use a condom so they don't have a baby, and you want them to get married, but I never hear you say abstinence. I mean, for the younger youth. Older youth, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. The T is what a TI is. But either way, we're gonna have more topics like this. Boss lady, you back? Well, either way, we are done here. We'll have more like this tomorrow. We'll have more updates tomorrow. I thank you all for being here. It's good to see you, RL. Good to see you, Soul Cry. And of course, Miss Leo. Miss Leo in the house, Al. But thank you guys. And I'm really going to bed this time for real this time. For real. I'm really going to bed. Peace out.